they're gonna need resources. Those resources are going to be everything from personnel. They're going to need seats on planes to remove people. They're going to need some soft-sided facilities to go up for people. So we've talked about that, the resources that they need. He's going to have to deliver on those resources. And once that, they're ready to go, because the first step is to say, we're going to enforce the law. And I think some of these mayors and governors who said they're going to remain sanctuary cities and states, they're going to find themselves in hot water with hopefully Attorney General Pam Bondi as she looks to obstruction of justice and aiding and abetting criminal cartels. So I think they're ready to go. Talking to Tom, he's fired up, and he's going all over. He saw that met with Mayor Adams.
This is the wrong kind of transgressive.
He's
only transgressive if it makes me look
but related, but I don't want to think it's one of the first order it is also any type of legislation to enshrine or the defense of the law instead of doing it.
Yeah, so I do think like Riley law and other laws that have been promulgated that are put forward that haven't made it through, I think you're going to see those come up really quickly. There's a chance that a lot of those come through into a reconciliation package. I would like to see some of them come forward independently, and I would hope that the senators, at least 7 of them who are in risky positions, would actually read the mandate from the public and vote for those. But otherwise, they're going to come through probably in reconciliation. The other aspect is you're going to see also the termination of some of these programs, CDP 1 and half. That's going to go away. The CHMP program, that's going to go away. That's going to save us a bunch of money for reconciliation purposes as well. And then the final part of your question, which would be codification. We have to codify Maine and Mexico policy, but that's also part of policy with Mexico. And that's where having a strong leader like Donald Trump has already produced results in discussions that he's had with President Sheinbaum. And I'm hoping that our relationship with Mexico is such that we can respect their sovereignty, we can respect our sovereignty, and they'll help us reenact the Remain Mexico policy that needs to be codified in statute, for sure.
We're doing a cuddle photo right now.
Looks like our buddy just mobilized his private military.
Okay. I know what you're doing. You can't help.
You're a private DJ, right?
So the northern border has been, we've seen more encounters in the northern border in the last year and a half than we've ever seen before, right? I mean, and then we've also seen increasing drug trafficking coming across and some human trafficking as well. So we got to bring that to a close so that we can bring the southern border
Okay, so
under
in
control.
spite of the cluster
You know,
truck,
you're
use
asking
your
me
phone and Wi-Fi to
of
find music
President Trump,
podcasts.
and I will say that I support him, and he's doing a masterful job. He's an incredible leader. Will what Canada's doing be enough to prevent terror being forced upon Canada? I don't know. I don't know if you guys have any insight on that, but I simply don't. But I hope that, again, our relationship with Canada is a great trading partner with the United States and sits on our northern border and respect their sovereignty. Hopefully we can work together, respect each other's sovereignty, and resolve this border crisis that's actually border states, border to the northern states as well.
Good news is that he
With that, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you all for my colleagues for being here. And we'll talk to you again. Thanks.
I'm getting a mayday from the chopper. Stay on it. You'll need to see where it goes down.
Hey guys, welcome to the Pipeline, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundance of hypocrisy in the lab. Alright, so how do I start this video? Maybe I should start it just by, expressing my sentiment. Here it is. Hell, freaking yeah, Tim Pool. Now that is what I'm talking speaking of balance, I gotta tell you, I'm not the biggest Tim Pool viewer. It's not because I dislike it or have anything against them. We all just curate our algorithms, our subscriptions, and, we gravitate towards the people that really speak to us. But I have to say, after this encounter, Tim Pool might make it on my list, because this little encounter between Tim Pool and your average Reddit leftist, well, it just linked me up like I haven't been jumped in a while. Let me just say this. The thing that I'm about to show you guys in this video is the reason why leftists don't show up on discussion panels, why leftists don't show up to debates or all of these podcasts. It's pretty much the reason why Kamala Harris didn't go on Joe Rogan's show and took these debates, because they don't know anything, and none of the conversation gets at least a little bit honest and goes into details that the establishment shoves under her own. Well, that's the moment you get a leftist looking like a fish out of frickin' water. That's exactly what Tim Pool did here. He exposed a larger left-wing bracket. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean by that. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright, folks, so it's a little bit of a long clip. I'm going to try to edit it down at least a little bit to avoid, some dead space, irrelevant points, or repeated points, but just a little warning, it's going to be a little bit of a long clip. But trust me when I say you'll enjoy it. Take a look.
But they should get. I do respect the fact that they're prosecuted for a while, and I don't think Trump said it as a good base, but we have a difference was good, which is why he was such a part. He should be pardoning folks who were fun. Or career fun. And that's what I'm saying with it. I just, no. You said Orthodox has to play out the way it is. My opinion on the amount of time should be served for a crime is not just wrong, as you like courts. No, I get that too. I'm not saying the law that time frame I'm asserting it should be longer than 3 years. And what I'm saying, the default, you have to have overwhelming and public evidence that something has been wrong to justify President stepping in and saying he's subverting the justice system. Do you agree with that? No, that's a rule. So yeah, you're giving me a fascist argument. You're making a fascist argument that the hierarchical structure of government is just and should be upheld regardless. This is right. And so, this is that we have this. I'm just not loving. And this is the way of celebrating that Trump is celebrating them. That's Florida. And it is better, and it is that kind of thing. People who attack the Capitol, why they attack it? Because they believe lies about it.
Who lied?
There's a variety of people on January 6th. Largely that they believe they just feel like the fact you don't have to keep going here. Well, I call for arrest and prosecution. Like it's not a shock to my audience.
My reporting been responsible for the arrest.
My point is that if you've got somebody on a misdemeanor charge who's been held without trial, that hard makes perfect sense. Unless you're a fascist. And the system is just. So it's Benjamin Franklin, who said it's better that 150 persons escape than 1 innocent person suffer. You've taken the honor on this part of the approach. It is better that 10 innocent people suffer than 150 person escape. Yeah, okay, you have. Okay, so you you don't know anything about these January 6 cases. You don't know why these people are in jail. You don't know that a man is in Brooklyn right now. 3 years ago, charged with trial. That the knowledge of these people that are charged for too long. You say, no, keep them locked up. That's facts. Dude, you've been sitting here with no knowledge of the specifics of these cases. There is a man in Brooklyn right now that's saying again, no charges whatsoever. In jail for 3 years. For you to sit there and say it is good that benchmark up is faster. That is saying that the hierarchical system of the courts is just, and the process is all that matters. And I am saying, these 3 years is enough. Because I actually have and understand these cases. Yes, this is a generation has always been the people who have this must go to prison. But 3 years ago, I'm plus. We have seen people who gone out, no police, when they were fired off big shit, folks, Minnesota, 33 people murdered, and criminal charges we get with this. When they fired off a police station, all the police were back. There's how many of them were averaged on that day on for 20 years. And Ricky Tarver wasn't even in D.C. on January 6th. And you are saying that man, his only crime was quote, don't read. That's his only crime. You think he should be in prison for 20 years because you're a fascist. You don't get the facts. You don't care if it's dangerous. You only care that the machine state has decreed you will not be in prison. And this is the problem I have. They don't know the facts. They don't care about the facts. They view morality as a blanket government stroke of the pen, and every person, regardless of their crime, should be in prison for decades. I reject that one. The people who fought for us should go to prison. They did. It's been 3 years. But when you've got people who are misdemeanor charges for having walked into a building at 4 p.m. and I know they walked into a building for 2 minutes and walked out, and they got 18 months for that. And I don't see you defending the innocent people who walked onto a public grass and walked a building after a right and completed. You don't know, you don't care. You've taken a tribal position, and people are suffering because of it.
Now you see exactly why I hyped up for this video. It's not just the energy, which of course I appreciate. Now what's really got me hyped up is the fact that Tim Pool, honestly, in this moment, he spoke for me. I mean, I've been talking about this a lot lately. Just the lazy rhetoric and lazy talking points on the left and their constant appeals to authority. There's so many of these issues they have no freaking clue what they're talking about. They always sit there and they're blogs and just regurgitate the talking points. Well, the state said this, the experts said this, the points said this, therefore, we must not question any of this. It's simply that's not the way this works. If you're going to sit there and advocate for people prisons, if you're going to celebrate payments, the right thing to do, well, you better be elected to back it up with some of the evidence. No, of course not. That's not the way that works in left politics. It's just make a statement and then say, well, the board said so. Well, the expert organization said so. Therefore, that's not a freaking argument. That's like being a mindless, NPC who simply goes along with whatever the establishment is saying. And this, of course, is
Okay, update just came through to the military. A billionaire has been confirmed as KIA.
taking on
Watch how fast they bounce when they find out all the money's out of the picture.
all these leftists do is parrot the talking points and uplift the narratives that the establishment, the shadowy cabal, wants them to uplift. They're a party of simplistic black and white narratives and emotional appeals. And you see it in their talking points all the time. These people can't critically think, they just say things. Everything's a narrative. Oh, insurrection. Okay, well, can you define insurrection? Can you explain to me what these people did to deserve 17 years in prison? Are many of these individuals in solitary confinement or facing 3-year prison sentences simply for existing on the day and walking into Capitol? Can you explain? No, of course they can't, because they know nothing. All they know is, oh, insurrection bad. I saw a couple videos, it's pretty hectic stuff, therefore, the state's right for all these people in prison. Lock them up to throw away the key. Oh, young leftoid, did you know that these people were ushered into the Capitol? Did you know that the doors were open for them? Were you aware that there were agitators in the crowd? Were you aware that there were FBI agents in the crowd that engaged in illegal activities? No, of course you don't. It's because you spent the last however many years watching MSNBC, where they told you the exact opposite was true, and you didn't do your own research because Brian Stelter told you not to, and so you just bought the narrative hook, line, and sinker, and now when you're stuck having to defend your talking point, well, yeah, you get it, flopping like a damn fish on the deck. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't stand the simplistic black and white narratives. You see it with everything. If there's a police-involved shooting, where Democrats can create this racial dynamic, automatically they admit all the facts. They're not interested in any of the facts, and they just push the narrative. When it comes to billionaires and their demonization of success, it's the exact same thing. Elon Musk just wants to work for himself because he's a billionaire. All billionaires do is roll a money so they can know when to rich themselves. Okay, well, can you explain that? No, they can't, because it's just the talking points. All these people do. Talking points. I mean, here's a great example. We all remember Fannie Willis's case. Of course, it's completely fallen apart. Well, the whole case was built and predicated on the idea that Donald Trump tried defrauding the system with his fake slate of electors. We all remember that, right? Well, do you ever remember any leftist or any talking head in the media defining what actually happened? You know, breaking down where the actual crime occurred? No, of course not. They just all went on for months saying the same damn thing. A fake elector scheme. A fake elector scheme. They all bring it up. They bring it up in debates. But then when you question them, when you say, well, can you explain it? All of a sudden, it's crickets. You know what it really feels like is that the Democrats are just lazy. They've gotten too comfortable. They've been winning for too long. They've been controlling culture and the public discussion for too long. And of course, social media platforms, they're used to being in this position where they can just lie with impunity. But I guess, you know, times are changing. And I don't think they've caught on yet. Gone are the days where Democrats can craft narratives out of thin air. They now have to engage in conversation. They have to engage with the facts. And obviously, that's their absolute worst nightmare. This right here is why leftists run away to Blue Sky. This is why they don't show up for debates or don't show up on Tim Pool's show. It's why they don't show up on Joe Rogan. Because a little bit of scrutiny, truth, is the antidote to the poison that they constantly push. Anyways, hats off to Tim Pool. Fantastic job. One of the best clips I think I've seen in a very long time. That's pretty much